Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. Okay, so anything meaty or fight was stewing between the city young ladies. It just exploded to a few truly legendary levels since they are straight up dissing one another and offending each other via virtual entertainment. And in their music, JT as of late dropped a tune where she dissed Youthful Miami and her new best friend Ari Fletcher. This went out to be the last straw for Miami since word on the roads is that she has totally removed JT, pummeling her for being a phony and unfaithful companion youngster. You all should be miserable for this show on the grounds that the city young ladies are at war. So you all skill I expressed that there was something unusual happening between the young ladies in the city. Well, it turns out that I was spot on in light of the fact that JT just tossed some shade at youthful Miami in her new tune. As miserable as it might appear, we as a whole sort of saw this show coming since there has been some obscure business happening between them. Briefly tolerating the drama was hard since they've been companions since they were in secondary school. And when JT went to jail for data fraud and extortion, Miami was in that general area to hold things down for the city young ladies. She did shows on her own, advanced the city young ladies. Paid DJs to play their tunes in clubs, and she was around here shouting free JT. What's more, when JT emerged from jail, she didn't underestimate Miami. She was extremely thankful to Miami for holding her down in her tune, JT's most memorable day out. She rapped, "I've been a genuine honeybee way before the FAD case. Youthful Miami held me down, that is a bee expert. And assuming a betrayer, it's a cold case. They dropped 2 or 3 collections, did some collabs, and they were accomplishing something beneficial for several years." However, at that point in late 2022, or mid-2023, fans began to see that there was an off thing between them. At first, fans thought it was on the grounds that they were too occupied with doing their own singular things. You realize JT was occupied with her powerhouse work for a cosmetics brand, her relationship with Lil Uzi Vert, and 2 or 3 things to a great extent. Miami then again had her Keisha Kindly brand and her relationship with Diddy, which she's presently giving a valiant effort to attempt to imagine never happened. It got more serious when fans began to clock the tea, saying that perhaps Miami no longer rode hard for JT like JT rooted for her. For instance, when Miami got into that battle with Diddy's opposite side piece, Gina Hun, JT rushed to bounce into Miami's guard and drag Gina, saying he sent you to the stolen car dismantler. Miami didn't let out the slightest peep to protect JT, rather asserting that she nodded off during the battle. There's additionally the way that Miami is, by all accounts, zeroing in favoring her own image, and the city young ladies brand doesn't actually appear to issue a lot to her these days. As a matter of fact, last year she guaranteed that she would have rather not rapped any longer, saying, "I don't for even a moment rap no more. I resigned." This is where fans began to hypothesize that the city young ladies were separating. The tales got serious areas of strength for truly. JT unfollowed the city young ladies' official Instagram page. On Instagram, she likewise had this interview where she sort of implied that the city young ladies planned to separate. Ideally, the fate of the city young ladies can be. The city young ladies, and I ask that our O's could do without discredit MR or the web or a people or like nothing. You get what I'm attempting to say. Don't like anything before the end of last year's show. Declared her performance profession in a meeting with Interview magazine, and the questioner composed now with her most memorable EP imminent. JT is hoping to bring in cash moves as another independent craftsman, as she tells her companions and colleague Key Use. She will give it to them. Well, she in the end dropped her presentation solo tune title Sideways, and fans accept that she tossed some chaotic shade at youthful Miami in the absolute first lines of the melody. JT said, "B, I ain't agree. Blue, I don't F with you all honeybees. Attempt to take who it ain't enough of you all honeybees, young lady. So fake made me see them sideways. It won't ever go back at the days of your side note." JT looks so great in the music video. The melody is likewise fire, and you understand what she is. At any rate, back to the plate now in the event that you all miss what has been happening. Miami has been balancing out a ton with Ari Fletcher in the recent months, and what's more, JT have been far off. She has been spotted out a ton with Ari partying hard. And there has been discussion about how she has supplanted JT with Ari, and fans feel like JT is pungent about this, and Miami is by all accounts very pissed at JT for dissing her suddenly like this. And just a little while after JT dropped her tune, Miami reported the carry out of another period. She tweeted, "Welcome to the sweet potatoes period." The sweet potato period is my ideal time in the sweet potatoes. We do ginger hair center around ourselves and get cash. Sweet potatoes are another language for my fans. The sweet potatoes are what upgraded us to me. The sweet potatoes, my foundations, my kin, my language, everything comes from someplace. They simply need to see what your low is. It resembles when everyone believes that they should do that. You time M that you were discussing a major sack of sweet potatoes. And you were discussing some Get Back Sweet Potatoes fans, except that Miami was attempting to take JT's sparkle furthermore, exact revenge on her for dissing her by attempting to remove consideration from JT's tune into her new period. Well, fans have a wide range of conclusions about JT in Miami, and they left remarks saying, genuinely, Keisha needs to do whatever she might want to do and continue to supplant JT with Ari, like she has been doing JT, which is such a washout. Carisha and JT can't be genuine companions any longer. And it shows that out of all the stuff that has been going on, Carisha has time to continue posting. Ari continues to comment on Ari stuff, yet not once has she reposted or commented on anything about her bandmate's new single. It's a bizarre, phony way of behaving and youthful. Miami carrying out this new period during the center of JT's carryout for her new tune Sideways is fascinating. Most definitely. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.